Hello everybody, how are you? I hope all you are fine. Now, today I am going to teach you a chapter that is pronoun. This chapter is very important and this video may be long, but you watch the video again and again, how long you don't understand. Now let's read pronoun. Pronoun. A pronoun is a word which is used at the place of a noun. To avoid repetition means pronoun is used at the place of a noun to avoid repetition. For example, Shyam is my friend. Again, Shyam lives at Giridi. Means in the second sentence, I am talking about Shyam, which I have already used in the first sentence. That's why in the second sentence, I can't use the same noun. For this, I have to use here a pronoun. This is third person singular number, masculine. That's why I will use here he at the place of this noun. So this one is called a pronoun. Okay. So there are many pronouns in English such as I, we, you, he, she, it, they, this, that, these, those, mine, yours, all, every, etc. So there are many pronouns. We'll read each and every pronoun one by one in detail. So pronoun and its kinds. There are 9 kinds of pronouns in English. Number 1, personal pronoun. Number 2, possessive pronoun. Number 3, demonstrative pronoun. Number 4, interrogative pronoun. Number 5, indefinite pronoun. Number 6, relative pronoun. Number 7, distributive pronoun. Number 8, reflexive pronoun. Number 9, emphatic pronoun. And in modern English grammar, one more pronoun we read, that is reciprocal pronoun. Reciprocal pronoun. So now we are going to read these all one by one. So number 1 is personal pronoun. What is personal pronoun? Let's say a personal pronoun is a short word we use as a simple substitute, means at the place, substitute for the proper name of a person, means a proper noun we use as a substitute for the proper names. Like, see this, one side I have written subjective pronoun, second one is objective pronoun. Subject always comes before verb and object always comes after verbs. This is mandatory. You must know this. Structure of English is subject plus verb plus object. So subjective pronoun and objective pronoun. In subjective pronoun we write I. Its object is if we use I after verb it changes into me. Okay, so I have made arrow both sides, and if me is used at the place of subject, it becomes I. So we, us, you, he, him, she, her, it, they, them. You must note it well. So these are subjective pronouns and these are objective pronouns. Let's see in sentence. Let's see the example of subjective pronoun and objective pronoun. I have written here 2 sentences. My first sentence is Ram is going to market. Ram is going to market. For second one, he will buy some books. Means he. What is he? He has come here for Ram. Ram is third person singular number masculine noun. That's why I have used here he. In second sentence, Ram is my friend. Ram is my friend. I always help him. Him in what? Whom I help? I always help Ram. Because this is the place my friend means this is Ram. Okay, I always help him and I always help Ram. So I have used here he, means at the place of he, I have used here him because this is the place of an object. So at the place of subject I have used here he for Ram, and at the place of object I have used him for Ram. So this one is known as subjective pronoun and this one is known as objective pronoun. Clear? Now number 2. Number 2, possessive pronoun. Possessive pronoun. A possessive pronoun tells us who owns a particular thing, means who is the owner of a thing. Okay, just for example, possessive adjectives, not this, and possessive pronoun. This possessive pronoun is not a simple thing. You must understand it clearly. Only then you can get it. So I have written this as possessive adjective, possessive pronoun. For example, my, our, your, his, her, its, their. And just before them I have written my in possessive pronoun, mine. For our, ours. For your, yours. For his. For her, hers. For its, nothing. For their, theirs. Means, and for this I can say one thing more. For example, I have written this book is mine. Mine, that is mera. My, that is also mera. But according to grammar, according to English grammar, if a noun is used with a pronoun, this noun is never called a pronoun. This noun is changed into adjective. This is the rule. So we can never use these words my, our, your, his, her, its, their without a, we always take a help of noun. This is my book. Book is noun, my. So my is not a pronoun here. My is an adjective here. If we want to use possessive pronoun as a possessive pronoun, we have to use it alone. Like the book is mine. See here. Mine is alone here. Mine is alone. So this one is the example of possessive pronoun. This is my book. This my is adjective here. This is possessive adjective, not possessive pronoun. So note down this. These are pronouns, but these are never used as possessive pronouns. These are the possessive pronouns. Mine is yours. And finally we can say possessive pronoun is always used without the help of a noun, and possessive adjective, my, your, these are always used with the help of pronouns, nouns. Okay, so you must know always. So mine is yours. Mera tumhara hai. Mine is alone here. Yours is alone here without noun. So these both are the examples of possessive pronouns. I hope this is clear. After that, if you have doubt, please you can contact me. Now number 3. Demonstrative pronoun. A demonstrative pronoun is a pronoun which points to a noun, means a person or thing. Means a demonstrative pronoun points out the nouns. This, that, these, those, like this is my chair, means we are pointing, this is my chair. Those are your friends, means we are telling those are, we are pointing out, those are. Okay, those are your friends, that is your house, means that is your house. We are pointing out. So these are known as demonstrative pronoun. Now number 4, interrogative pronouns. Interrogative pronoun. An interrogative pronoun is a pronoun which is used to ask a question. Means interrogative pronouns are used to ask questions. Questions related to a noun or pronoun. You must know we ask question related to noun or pronoun, not related to adverbs or others. So interrogative pronouns, there are only 5 interrogative pronouns, only 5. These are who, whom, whose, which and what. And others, when, where, why, how. These are not interrogative pronouns. Maximum students are confused. They also think that these are also the examples of interrogative pronouns, but these are not. How I will prove it, don't worry. So, and one thing important, a helping verb is used just after interrogative pronouns. Who are you? After WH who, we are using ARER. Means a helping verb is used just after interrogative pronoun. Let's see some examples. See the example and try to learn it well. I have written some question here. Who is there? Means we can answer in noun or pronoun. Ram is there, Sean is there, he is there, they are there. Means interrogative pronoun is a pronoun which is asked a question related to nouns or pronouns. To whom were you talking? Or we can say whom were you talking to? Means who is also referred as to him. You know about passive voice. When we change who killed Ravana, then by whom was Ravana killed? Means that's why we can say whom were you talking to? Means we can say we were talking to Ram Mohan. Means we are answering in noun or pronouns. Next one, whose is this pen? Mine, yours, his, Ram. Which is your house? We are talking about noun. We are talking about noun. What is your name? Rahul, Mohan, etc. We are asking question about nouns or pronoun. If you ask question, how are you? I am fine. Fine is not noun. Fine is adjective. Okay. So these four are adverbs. These four are adverbs. There are only 5 interrogative pronouns: who, whom, whose, which, what. Now next page. Now next, number 5, indefinite pronoun. An indefinite pronoun does stand for some persons or things, but we don't know for exactly whom. Means in indefinite pronoun, we don't know whom about we are talking. For example, none, all, many, few, some, one, something, etc. Somebody has stolen my pen. Means somebody has stolen. Who has stolen? We don't know. We are not clear whom about we are talking. Many boys are playing. Many boys. Okay. We don't know especially who are the boys. We don't know. Someone has stolen. Someone is there. Who is there? We don't know. But someone is there. So these are known as indefinite pronoun. Now next. Now number 6, relative pronoun. What is relative pronoun? Relative pronoun is a word which relates to the antecedent noun or pronoun which is used before it. What is antecedent noun or pronoun? When we use relative pronoun, just before the relative pronoun, the word is known as antecedent. Okay, just I will define. Let's see. There are only a few relative pronouns in English language. Those are who, whom, that, which, whose, whoever, and whomever. These are the examples of relative pronouns. In note, relative pronoun is also known as relative clause or relative conjunctions. Means relative pronoun is also known as relative clause or relative conjunction. How? Let's see the examples. Let's see the examples of relative pronouns. Once again, you must know difference between who and whom. Who is used for subject and whom for object. Let's see the first example. I have used here 2 sentences. The separate sentence number 1 is I know Rahul. Number 2, he helped a beggar. Means he means who? Rahul. Rahul helped. I know Rahul, he helped a beggar. And you have to combine this sentence. You have to combine this sentence, okay, using a relative pronoun. So I know Rahul, he helped a beggar. And thus I have told you relative pronoun is used according to just antecedent noun. Antecedent. So this is the noun we have to use here. So I have used here, I know Rahul. I have used here who. Why who? Let's see he. After I am using here he. What is he? He is subject or object? Please reply everybody. He is subject or object? Yes, you are right. He is a subject here. So due to subject, we have to use here who. So I have used here. I know Rahul who helped a beggar. Means this who is a relative pronoun here. This is used as an and due to according to antecedent noun who, because who has taken the place of subject. Okay, he. So who helped a beggar, and who is also using here as a conjunction. That's why we call it relative conjunction and relative clause. Clause you will read after some chapters. Clause means a sentence having two finite subjects is known as clause. So let's know it. So I know Rahul who helped a beggar. One more example. See this. Ram invited Seema. Okay. Second sentence. She was a famous singer. I have to use here a relative pronoun joining both the sentence, making one sentence. So Ram invited Seema. This is Seema again. She was a famous singer. So I have to use here. I have to combine the sentence. So Ram invited Seema. Seema. She. This is she here. She is again subject or object. Subject. So according to subject we have to use here who. So Ram invited Seema, who was a famous singer. I have used here a pronoun and made this two sentences into one. So we have used here a relative pronoun. Once more, Karan identified a girl. Means Karan identified a girl. We found her a pickpocket. Pickpocket is right. Don't say pickpocketer. Jab Katri. Okay, pickpocket. So Karan identified a girl. We found her a pickpocket. Let's combine the sentence using a relative pronoun. So Karan identified. We are using here the. Why? Just I will use the girl. No, this is girl. And for girl, what? We is not using for girl. Found her. Her is for girl. What is her here? Her is subject or object? Please tell. Her is subject or object? Yes, her is object. So object will use here whom. So Karan identified a girl, the girl whom we found. Let's see, Karan identified the girl whom we found a pickpocket. So we are using here whom. So relative pronouns we use who, whom, that, which, whoever. We are using this one. So I hope this is clear. After all, if it is not clear, don't worry, I will clear you. You may ask me any question. Now, next one. Now, number 7, distributive pronoun. Let's see, a pronoun referring to individual elements in a group or a pair is called a distributive pronoun. Means it indicates individual about each and every. Like each, every, everyone, either, neither, everybody, etc. For example, each boy has a red coat. Means no one is left. Each boy has a red coat. Either of you can do this work. Either means anyone. If you are two, means anyone. Either of you can do this work. Means anyone, means both of you, okay, can do one. Either of you can do this work. Everybody is playing. Means nobody is left. Nobody is sitting. Everybody is playing. Means we are talking about everyone, individual everyone. Not each is used in the beginning, middle or end of the sentence. It may be used at the beginning, middle or at the end. For example, each of them got a prize. Here we have used in the beginning. They each got a prize in middle. They got a prize each in the last. Next please. Number 8 is reflexive pronoun. Reflexive pronoun. A pronoun reflecting the action of the verb on the subject itself is called a reflexive pronoun. Means it reflects. Reflects means what? When we see in the water, if we see our image, means it is reflecting. Okay. So reflection is reflection for singular, for first person, second person and third person. You know where first person I, its plural is we, second person you, plural is you for plural sense, third person he, she, it, and its plural is they. Reflection of I is myself for I, for second person singular you, yourself, For third person, he, himself, she, herself, it, itself. For plural, we, ourselves, you, yourself, they, themselves. Okay. Now, one important thing, this is the most important. Reflexive pronoun is used after verbs as an object. Means reflexive pronouns are always used after verbs. Let's see the example. See the examples of reflexive pronouns. I written, he cannot write himself. Means himself is reflection of he. He cannot write himself. We have used here just after verb. That is why this one is known as reflexive pronoun. Number 2, I see myself. Myself is the reflection of I. Cannot write it I see me, because this is place of object. At the place of object we are reflecting I and it changed into myself. Ask yourself when you go for the interview, you are asked here, please speak something about yourself. They never say speak something about you. They say about yourself. Means yourself is reflecting your subject you. Now, an honest man keeps himself free from all evils. What is himself here? Himself is used just after a verb, a main verb. That is why this one is reflexive. And one more important thing, one. This one is also a pronoun. One, its possession is one's, and reflexive is oneself for singular, and for plural oneself. Like one should do one's work oneself. Now next page. Number 9, emphatic pronoun. Please watch the video carefully, because reflexive pronouns and emphatic pronoun examples are same, but one thing is different. Let's see the carefully. Emphatic pronouns emphasize the subject. These are used in nominative case. Means these are used in nominative case, means subjective case for subject. Okay. Example, myself, ourselves, yourself, yourselves, himself, herself, itself, themselves. All the examples are same, but different is emphatic pronoun is used after a subject or an object, and reflexive pronoun is used after verbs, and reflexive pronoun, emphatic pronoun after subject or object. See the example, they themselves will do this. I mean, they is subject here, themselves. This one is emphatic pronoun because this word is used just after nominative case, means subjective case. He himself called me. He himself called me. Means himself is used just after nominative case. So this is emphatic pronoun. He called me himself. Himself is used just after object. So emphatic pronoun is used after subject or after object, but reflexive after verb. She herself means using after nominative case. What is this? Reflexive or emphatic? Reply everybody. Yes, you are right. This is emphatic because this is used just after subjective case. So she herself inspected the house. Now 9 kinds of pronouns are completed, and I have in the beginning mentioned you in modern English we also read one more pronoun. This is called reciprocal pronoun. Wait for this. Reciprocal pronoun. A reciprocal pronoun is used if 2 or more subjects act in a same manner. If 2 or more subjects act in a same manner. We use, for example, each other. Each other is used for 2. One another used for more than 2. For example, Mohan and Sohan means 2 helped each other. We cannot write here one another because there are only 2 persons here. Next, the girls helped one another. We are not talking about 2 girls. There are more than 2 girls. So this is one another. Another means just Mohan and Sohan help each other. Other means to one another, and another when we put an article and it means third one means more than 2. So the girls helped one another. Now your chapter pronoun is clear. I have taught you. I have completed this. After all, if you have doubt, please feel free to ask me. You can contact me for any query. I will answer your all questions. Thank you. Have a nice day, everybody.